Daredevil Born Again Season 2 releases its first trailer, its second trailer. To be more precise, there was a first teaser a few months ago already, which was quite enigmatic. Now we have a real first trailer for Daredevil Born Again, by the way, with a release date of March 26, so that's tomorrow. Actually, it's in just under 2 months. Honestly, it's really nice. The return of Daredevil, there you go, there you go. Well, I know what I said. I remember what I said about Daredevil. Born Again, Season 1 was in many ways disappointing. Yeah, the format was weird. We didn't know if we wanted to make a procedural lawyer show or a superhero series. We know that the production of Season 1 was difficult because at one point it was supposed to have 18 episodes. At some point they said, hey, this is really crap. They fired everyone and brought back the Netflix teams. I think, if I'm not mistaken, especially for the fight scenes, there they really, if I understood correctly, again, I checked, but just in case, they reunited the original series team. So that's nice. We hope for a series, a season 2 that's more consistent in tone, that doesn't go all over the place. Well, they're going to have to deal with the open plot lines from season 1, whether they wanted to or not. That's what they already did. There you go. I'm really curious to see how all of this is going to play out. Well, there are still some things in the trailer that make me cringe a little. Well, the thing that makes me cringe, Karen Page is kissing Matt Murdock again. How long will this go on? They're together, then not, then together again. By the end of Daredevil Born Again, Season 1, it hints at something between her and Frank Castle. What is she doing? Is she playing on both teams, or what is she doing? It's like Claire. Remember Claire, the night nurse, Claire Temple. They called her, I think, the one from Luke Cage who got with Daredevil and is now with Luke Cage. What's up with that? I could totally see her with Frank Castle. I'm doing some crappy shipping like I'm a teenager, but I feel like it's just gonna go in circles. We want to be together, but I can't because I'm a superhero. That's really the only thing that bothers me. Otherwise, there are enjoyable things. The return of Jessica Jones, so yeah. Season 1 was good. Season 2, I dropped it halfway through. It got on my nerves. Jessica Jones is an interesting character. I actually like her, so she'll have superpowers. In Daredevil Season 2 Born Again isn't so bad. It brings back the Defenders, making that whole mess canon. Does that mean it opens the door for Luke Cage to come back? I'll tell you why not, even though the Luke Cage series wasn't good at all. But the actor did a great job, and I like the character in the comics. Does that also pave the way for Iron Fist to come back? Now, that series was terrible, and the actor was terrible. Well, the role just didn't suit him at all. It was very badly written. It's not the actor's fault, but the guy, Zero Kari, I'm sorry, and the character was very, very badly written. I don't even want to see the Asian guy who put the Iron Fist into his sword and all that again. It doesn't exist anymore. That one was really a crappy thing, really. It's good that the series was cancelled because it was really bad. Iron Fist, well, I would have liked to see a bit of Punisher too. We had him in Season 1. I would have liked to see him in Season 2. But let's be smart. There's going to be a special on the Punisher 2, which is supposed to come out. We saw the filming pictures. He looked badass, as always. We're also going to have the Punisher in theaters because he's supposed to appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Damn, my accent was terrible on Brand New Day. So we're still going to have the Punisher with Just Fight with Hulk. At some point, I just want to say that's already pretty good. That's already pretty good. I'd love to see Daredevil and Spider-Man together, especially if Spider-Man appeared in Daredevil Born Again Season 2, but I doubt they'd introduce it so abruptly. It's going to be teased at the end of an episode or just in the last teaser before it comes out. They're going to tease us with a Tom Holland. Honestly, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. It would make sense because right now we're in an environment where Wilson Fisk, now New York's mayor, has deployed his task force across the city, hunting down the superheroes, the masked vigilantes, not the official superheroes. He's not going after the Avengers, the new Avengers, obviously, but he's targeting the smaller, more underground heroes like Punisher, Daredevil, of course, and why not Spider-Man? Technically, Spider-Man falls into that category. He was never officially part of the Avengers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe anyway. He was never officially part of the Avengers. So he's not an official hero. We don't know his identity because people don't know who he is. And on top of that, everyone has forgotten who Peter Parker was and he doesn't answer to any authority. So he's a vigilante Spider-Man. He should be prosecuted too, especially since he operates in New York and should be targeted by Fisk's task force. So at some point, That has to be taken into account beyond just fan service. It's just a matter of consistency if you want that. I find it interesting. If we see other superheroes, even ones we've never seen before, why not have some created especially for the occasion? Why not? At the end of Born Again Season 1, when Corinne Pay was involved, he said, "We have our army too." And what was it? It was just Josie, the bar owner. And an old guy, a retired detective. Really? We wanted to see Jessica Lewis, we wanted to see Defender, we wanted to see Punisher, we wanted to see Spider-Man. So I hope we'll see Spider-Man, but I have my doubts. We'll see other superheroes besides Daredevil, same thing. I'd really like to know how the New York situation will be handled compared to the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because right now we're still in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's weird that there's Wilson Fisk, he shows up and suddenly it's like a big fascist state in New York. Captain America, he's asleep. Maybe he has other things to deal with, but that's literally Captain America's thing. Democracy and freedom, you know? Captain America, he's asleep. The Avengers, well, they're bastards. They're led by Defontaine, the shadiest and meanest one, so they don't do anything. It's not a big deal, but still, it's weird that we just let this happen, and the only one fighting against it is Daredevil. I think that needs a bit of an explanation. So yeah, then Fisk, he seems to have gone off on some weird trip in the trailer. At one point, he has a boxing match against a guy. Why is he doing that? He'll have to explain. The guy's at the gym, ripped and lean with big arms. He was already dangerous before, so now that he's fit, it's even worse. I want to see the fight. It could be wild, even if the guy is older now. That's it. I want to see it all, and I hope it'll be crazy. Boulay is back. Boulay has returned. Ah, Boulay, I want to see that. When he returned at the end of Season 1 and killed a guy with his Chico, I thought, now we're good. It's wild. A guy spat his Chico into another guy's throat and killed him. It was crazy but stylish. I wanted more moments like that, so I was a bit disappointed. They used a gun to kill Fisk, though you could have just thrown a paperclip at him. I'm exaggerating, of course. So, it seems Matt Murdock's identity will be revealed to the world, which is interesting. It kind of ruins the deal he made at the end of Daredevil Season 3 on Netflix. He said, "Go ahead, you know who I am, but I don't care if you expose me or target my friends. Anyway, she's the one who has your wife." We learn in Season 1 she wasn't prosecuted because his wife lacked evidence. The promise no longer holds. It'll be interesting to see how Matt Murdock gets out of this. We also see a scene where he's kissing Corinne Page and there's some kind of weird beam. And then he's there, is it? Does that mean they also know about his powers? You know Matt Murdock, but not that he has powers. You may ask, are you really blind or not? How do you know his powers? Does it come from sound? Will there be any involvement from damage control? It's become a kind of new SHIELD, the ones who hunt a bit. Superhumans or superheroes, though Daredevil is technically a superhuman. Is there a link between damage control and Fisk's force? It would be interesting to see all that, knowing that damage control, I think, is present in Wonder Man, which I haven't finished watching, and also very present in Ms. Marvel and other things like that. It would be interesting to see all that. In short, I'm pretty hyped, and the trailer music is cool. I hope it'll be stylish, especially with the black suit and all. If we could get Bull-Eye's costume, it's actually cooler than our Season 1 one. The comic's original costume sucked. I'm curious to see all that. It could be a huge banger. I'm hyped and hope it pays off. Season 1 only half delivered. I really hope it's going to be something good, so we're waiting for all that in March. We're going to have a lot to watch. We're getting Daredevil, we're getting One Piece, I think we're getting Invincible too, if I'm not mistaken. Around then, we'll be really good. I'm excited. Yeah, feel free to let me know what you think in the comments as usual, but I'm hyped right now, yeah?